The first thing you have to do is write the balanced formula equation. So we have the sulfuric acid and the potassium hydroxide. This is going to be a neutralization reaction, so we're going to form water, which is a liquid. And then the potassium ion, which has a +1 charge, will get together with the sulfate, which has a -2. And that's going to be aqueous because any group 1 ion in a compound is going to be soluble. Then we just have to balance this, so we'll need a 2 out here, and then I think we're good. No, we're not. We also need a 2 in front of the water. So now we're going to have 4 hydrogens on each side, 2 oxygens on each side other than what's in the sulfate. So if we look at our problem, we do know that we have 50 milliliters of our acid, but we have 2 pieces of information of our base. We have the molarity and we have the volume that we've used. So if you have 2 pieces of information, start there. So the volume and the molarity can get us the moles of base. And then if we know the moles of base, we can go to moles of acid. If we know the moles of acid, we can then divide that by the volume of the acid to get the molarity of the sulfuric acid, which is what we're trying to find. Okay, so in my head, I just went from milliliters to liters of the base, and then I took the molarity and I rewrote it as a conversion factor here. So right now we have moles of our base. We can use stoichiometry and the mole ratio to go from moles of the base to moles of our acid. And if you take a look, it's a 1 mole of acid to 2 moles of base ratio. So now we'll get moles of acid here. On the calculator, that equals 0.009002 moles of our acid. And then lastly, to get the molarity, you're just going to take moles of acid over liters of acid. So the moles is what we just got. And then the volume of acid was given in the problem, so I'll convert that to liters in my head. And then that should give us the molarity of the. And then when we divide that out, we get 0.180. Can we have 3 sig figs? I think we can. Molar H2SO4. So using titration data, we just determined the molarity of an unknown acid.